Hello and welcome to another installment of Let's Play Civilization 4 Realism Invictus. This is the Ashard Het, and in our last video I realized a mistake I had made. Yet again, looks like I got ahead of myself with water pump. It enables you to build farms without irrigation, and I already knew this, but it had totally escaped my mind that you need irrigation systems for farms to spread irrigation. So that's the reason why that wasn't working. Honestly, I'm a little surprised that didn't already occur to me because I already knew that mechanic, but guess I just got too excited with all the wonder construction and finally getting to build my farms. And that makes perfect sense then, why this farm is irrigated, but it didn't spread. So, anyway, the good news is that is possible for the future. It's not glitching. The game is functioning exactly like it should. We do have ironworking. We don't have calendar yet, but it's not that far away. Ritual reveals coffee. We're not going to run this civic, not going to found Taoism. It might be better to just go ahead and drop dynasticism for now. I was going to do it for monarchy for the higher happy cap, but we're not even able to grow to our current one, so I'll drop that, switch straight to irrigation system, and Zap considered switching, or suggested considering switching to solar cult. I don't know that I want to do that. That's nobody's state religion. And as I said before, I'm primarily interested in the diplomatic consequences of the religion. The mod did make the domestic effect of religion significant, and they differ significantly, so perhaps I'm thinking a little bit too vestigially vis-a-vis the Beyond the Sword, but I might do that. However, if I did that, I would lose friendly status with Rome and the Maya, and I think that's valuable. So for now, I'm at least for now, I'm going to stay in that. But the approach of fomenting separatism in Tikal and attacking it after it secedes, if we can manage to make that happen, then I won't even lose my good diplomatic standing with them, except for maybe a point or two from a caught spy. Also, it looks to be the case that founding Solar Cult did not displace Judaism as the holy city. So Tikal is actually both holy cities. If I take it and I'm not Solar Cult myself, it might... I'm not sure if it would migrate elsewhere because no one else is practicing the religion, but in any case, this is a good spot. And I think I'm going to move towards trying to take it, but domestically we still are finally at a position where we can grow, and that's what we'll be focusing on at home as we prepare for that. Yeah, I can't believe I forgot about irrigation systems being what enables farms to spread irrigation, but it's strange too. It seems that that's in reverse order, but it's not. You would think spreading irrigation would precede being able to farm without it, but I actually asked Walter, one of the developers in the mod, and that is very much intentional. Okay, so let's look at our build queues here. Medium cavalry. Technically, this is heavy cavalry for the classical era. Yeah, 2 more of those, getting our aqueducts here. Spies are going to get real expensive. It may be better to just take an existing one instead of building a designated spy for that city. Yeah, to foment unhappiness is 190, which we could do that twice, it looks like, with our existing points. I'm going to go ahead and weight my espionage towards him. Shouldn't really matter that much, given that we don't really have any base production, but for our immediate purposes, that's still a decent idea, I think. Yeah, and Zap also pointed out that the tavern is a way to run a spy specialist. Well, is it? +1 to spy, +1 to great spy. Doesn't mention a specialist slot for it, though. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think you can run spies until medieval, maybe Renaissance. Whatever. I don't really need them right now, but you could run a spy from the courthouse and be on the sword, and that has been done away with, apparently. Okay. Yeah, no need for militia in the cavalry stack at this point. So 2 more, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay. Alright, another great engineer. Okay. Gustav Dalen was an engineer at the Svenska Aktiebolaget Gasackumulator. I said that wrong, almost certainly. Where he invented Agamassen, a substrate in the sun valve, which allowed him to develop the Dalen light, a device that operated only at night and conserved fuel. Its commercial application in lighthouses was enormous. Interesting. Now, I can bank him for later, which is probably what I'm going to do, unless... Yeah, bulbing calendar would be a waste. Unless there's another classical wonder that we want, but we have so many of these, it probably makes more sense to save him. Colossus. Yeah, that would not be a suitable wonder for this map, or for our place on it, rather. Yeah, there are lots of wonders later in the game. Unless we get captured or whatever, then the engineer's not going to expire, so I will just sleep him for now. Yeah, 4 wonders in our capital, that's cool. Yeah, the classical era is kind of wrung out wonder-wise, so... Medieval era wonders, like Notre Dame, might be worth looking at. Yeah. Obsolete with television, which has the same effect anyway, if I remember right. Yep. Except this is limited to your continent. Anyway, yeah. Let's save the Great Engineer, but it's good that we have him. That'll be 62 more turns for our next one, and... Yeah, even though the points that you accumulate, the ratios are consistent within each city, the actual threshold to spawn another person is not. So, because that engineer was born, it moves the goalpost forward in terms of points necessary to get the scientist. So, sort of as a function of calculus, As long as we have more points elsewhere, this city will basically never get that scientist. Um, and because we have these wonders, I can't turn off the point generation. So actually, I should have noticed that earlier, but whatever. Working the scientist is still a good idea, but that is just a point to consider as you plan your great people strategy. The tortoise will never catch up to Achilles. Alright, let's do it. That gives me a little boost to calendar. Man, we have a lot more resources than you. I suppose that is true. This is not poor resource land, it's just food poor. Okay. I am really happy though that there's not a glitch on that irrigation spread, because that will actually make this land not too bad. We're not terribly far away from windmills either. I mean, that is a decent ways away, but not really. I mean, irrigation systems, we'll be researching that next. And then, yeah, we could do a straight shot to it. Probably won't do that, but the point stands, it's not too far away. I will probably switch back to dynasticism after this. Uh-oh, epidemic. You know, I don't think we even had a single one this whole game so far. Maybe one and I missed it. Surely we did earlier on when Uppsala was really sick, but besides that, I don't think we've had one. So the population is going to reduce by 1 every turn that this goes on. Okay, and this city, unlike the one to its south, actually is coastal, so we can build a lighthouse here and the other water infrastructure, which makes a pretty big difference. Yeah, they're not working this hill. There we go, that's better. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and continue building these farms now that I know their ability to spread irrigation is not futile. Unfortunately, these are going to be cut off from the hills, but all of this contiguous flatland, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. That's a surplus of 2 from these. The city already has 3. So it can support 3 more people with the farms we already have. We want the city to grow larger than 7, obviously. So yeah, a couple more at least. I don't want to only build farms, but unfortunately we kind of have to, since there's no food bonus. Primarily focus on that with our land use. Okay. Okay, this city is coming up on its growth limitation. Aqueduct obviously is going to improve health. Local autonomy is a good next build. And then we'll need to get a well, the hill didn't show up last time for some reason. I do think that's an omission here, but mine +1, yeah, and +2 with the slave market, which we already have. So yeah, these tundra hills aren't great, but we'll need to get a mine up here. Okay, epidemic's over. Equites Romanum. I love all the flavor on these units. It really does look like each civilization at that time period. And then the different effects they have makes playing them feel unique as well. But visually, this is just great. The game itself is pretty old, but it looks like, you know, very aesthetically pleasing to me. Maybe I'm what passes for old school these days, but I like it a lot more than new games, even just in terms of visual appeal. Okay. All is a bit too quiet on the Western Front for my peace of mind here. Lots of phony war, it seems. I don't see a whole lot of conquest occurring, but lots of nominal wars are still in effect on paper. Speaking of which, will you give me tribute? Yeah, you will. Okay. Okay, another cottage. Just want to get these worked as early as possible. Especially when you're coming up on your happy cap anyway. That way we'll get local autonomy finished one turn after we bump the fence anyway. Yeah, I started to actually post in the Civilization Fanatics forums about the farm not spreading irrigation, and then mid-sentence I realized I do not have irrigation systems. That is the reason why.
Für alles gibt es eine Stunde und für jedes Vorhaben unter dem Himmel eine Zeit.
Yeah, and the reason these are in German is German was one of my minors in my degree, and so as something of a leisure study aid combo, I played this game in German for a while, Beyond the Sword, before I even got this mod. And for some reason, when I switched the language back to English, the tech narration stuck in German. And no offense to this narrator, I mean, he's a good narrator, but I do kind of miss the Leonard Nimoy narration, and I don't know how to bring it back because the language otherwise is in English. And I'm afraid that if I just like delete the German folder, it'll mess up the game somehow, and I don't want to risk that. Okay, +1 to logistics. Cool, centers the world map. What is this? It's a wonder. Hey, that's fairly nice. Good science bonus until Renaissance. Alright, the Roman cavalry defeated that slave for me. I would have taken the XP, but whatever. It's interesting to me how expensive of a technology astronomy is. It comes rather late in the game, and I suppose, you know, it's modeling like heliocentric post-Kepler astronomy, but more rudimentary forms of astronomy came much earlier, of course. But this is actually a pretty expensive mid-game tech. In fact, it's right in the middle of the middle column, as a matter of fact. Anyway, it comes rather late and it's expensive. It just seems like astronomy was a major point of study a lot earlier in history, even if it hadn't reached anything like a modern level until when the game models it, so I suppose that's a silly gripe to have. Okay, I'm actually going to take a look what to do there next. Okay, yeah, 19 turns and we'll have that. Yeah, I need to grow this city. We will ignore hammers for the time being. You know, I guess we could go ahead and grab the Kiom Siong guy. We do have the engineer. 5 straight science, 4 culture, 2 to scientist. However, we are only running 1 scientist. But as I just mentioned, astronomy is a ways away. Having a great engineer banked is pretty nice too, though. Now that we're growing, though, we can afford to have more scientists. You know what? Whatever. Let's just build it. I might have gone for like Notre Dame, but in lieu of any, you know, consciously desired. Wow, the Kremlin is a medieval wonder. Wow. Yeah, in lieu of any like clear exploit I wanted to do, this probably makes the most sense. Okay. Convert to Hinduism. Nope. That was cool. A lot of care put into a lot of this additional art. So, anyway. Yeah, I'm probably going to do local autonomy here. We're growing pretty aggressively now. Once irrigation system kicks in, this is effectively a food surplus of 10, which is going to support 3 more people. And that doesn't count the additional food from working more tiles. 3, well, yeah, we may not actually need this right now. Yeah, let's get a barracks. Oh cool, we finally have a religion again. I don't know where that spread from, probably Tikal, but now we can build rabbis once we get dynasticism. if I decide to stay in their religion, which I'm inclined to do. Okay. See, the bug mod feature that tells you the per turn money you save for building a courthouse, it says 1.1. That really should scale throughout the game, though. As time goes on, that will end up being more. Although it still seems kind of paltry to me. Okay, yeah. Alright, that's actually a decent stack. And they should just move directly onto that cottage and get slaughtered. Okay, great. There's a mine. Yeah, I might save this one for a windmill. Because this city really is so food poor. And yeah, let's go ahead and get these soon-to-be irrigated farms spread this way with that worker. Okay, they did move on to the cottage, but they're still in the killing zone. %, odds, nice. Okay, I want to attack with the ones that are closest to upgrading, like this. Experience gain 1. Yep, this one will be promoted. Yep, and then this one will get a promotion too. Cool. Didn't capture any slaves that time, but that's okay. Regroup with your comrades. Okay, aqueduct. If we go for Tikal, we'll need some kind of siege. I think we're too far away from any kind of... Yeah, siegecraft, I could do that. But I don't have fortification. For one city, I don't think it would be worth it, so I'm actually going to... Just to get his defenses down, let's do 3 battering rams. Well, how many per turn can they... 6. Okay, so 3, we'd be looking at quite a while to get that down to 0. But it doesn't matter if we can succeed in breaking off the city, and since they're at 8 pop, it shouldn't be too hard to push them over the edge. 3 should be plenty. However, cavalry is no good at attacking cities, so we'll need some infantry as well if we're going to follow through with that plan. Okay. There we go. There's Blitz. I like that promotion, especially if you're just attacking slaves. You'd have to be crippled not to win the battle, but it allows you to farm more XP, mop them up faster. Yeah, it leads me to the question of what kind of infantry we want to use. I mean, that city is not really that defended. It'll have partisans, but even short sword, or not short swords, warband here, probably going to be good enough. In fact, yeah, once I'm done with the barracks in my capital, I'll probably start spamming them, give them City Raider. And we'll designate this spy towards fomenting unhappiness. Ah, he connected his culture. But still, it won't really matter. This is a pretty takeable city, I think. Okay, cancel that. I do like how, and I think I made this comment already, but though it's very contingent upon technology and infrastructure, the land does gradually produce a lot more yield. There's a much more of a scaling effect there. And beyond the sword, the one additional food per farm from biology was about the only thing you could hope to get. And then spreading irrigation from civil service, but with this, farms really do kind of scale upward slowly, so that if you do have a food poor strip of land, it eventually does become profitable, but again, contingent upon the technology and infrastructure. Which is a nice historical feel. Doesn't make sense that, you know, in the mid to late game, perfectly normal land is worthless. You know, that's not how it is in the real world. But it does make sense that if it lacked some kind of lucrative resource early on, it wouldn't be very usable or desirable, given the limitations of pre-industrial society. Okay, we're still faring pretty okay on power. He doesn't have walls here either, that's another thing to consider. And we can see what he's building, so we'll know if he gets them suddenly. Alright. Please take your nearest exit off the hill so we can kill you. Oh, okay, they're smarter than that. Now the odds that it shows if it's more than one tile away are still a function of the stack the unit is in, so see it went from 100 to 99.7. So you gotta be careful. I don't want to risk 89. Oh, they are gonna ride the hills. You know, I don't know that they would attack the workers, but I am gonna not risk that. Yeah, their odds of taking this city are basically nothing. But it's not worth risking the loss of my workers. I think I lose progress on that project, but oh well. You know what? Maybe not. I can't remember. Yeah, they'll suicide on the capital. No, they won't. I don't know what they're doing. Okay. Yeah, I could spread the irrigation up here so that these farms are workable, but 5 is plenty. We need cottages as well, especially when we're going to windmill these tundra hills probably. I did intentionally put the farms here though, because if we end up fighting wars with the Maya later, I don't want to put something, valuable like a town, an eventual town, in a spot that can be easily pillaged. Yep, as planned. Oh, it actually gained another happiness somehow. Alright. Blitz. Nope, we kept our progress. That's cool. Alright, we didn't make the list. That's concerning. We shall amend this. Alright, now I'm gonna try proactively getting this city to revolt. And I'm gonna do 2 spies so that we can do unhappiness and unhealthiness at the same time. I'm not sure if the AI can connect any dots about you camping a stack on its border. Obviously, to a human brain, that is a sign of impending war, but I don't know if the AI can glean anything meaningful from that. It's kind of funny. Chance encounter of 2 spies.
It is thus with farming. If you do one thing late, you will be late in all your work.
Awesome. Okay, now the irrigation spread was successful. Alright, so we'll go back to dynasticism, get monarchy, now that we can grow to a normal happy cap. Yeah, so pyramids really is a good wonder. That gave us the engineering points that resulted in 2 free wonders as well, so basically 3 for the price of 1. Gather intel, gather intel.
When people lack teachers, their tendencies are not corrected. When they do not have
discover
ritual
coffee?
or principles, then their lawlessness is
We
not
did
controlled.
not. However, this really isn't the land for it. I am going to pour myself another cup of coffee and be back in about 10 seconds. Okay, I hope you weren't counting because I'm not sure if that was actually 10 seconds, but in any case, I'm back. Seems a little shorter. Wait, did we get caught, both of them? Oh, okay. That kind of scared me for a second. Both of our spies. 79% chance. Yeah, I don't want to get caught. I'll just do it now. Okay. Unhappiness. Poison water. Awesome. Okay. However, you do spend the points, so your demographic info that you have is available at a certain threshold, and when you do that, it actually does spend the points. So you lose that if you cross underneath that threshold, meaning, well, we can see positive separatism, but we can't see like what he's building, for instance. That comes at a higher level. And since the spies didn't die, I can send them back. Which is what I'm going to do. And now we can see they have positive separatism. I don't know how much it is. I guess you can't see that it's unhealthy or unhappy, because it should be. Unless they changed it, each of those missions should be 8. And a level 7 city in the BCs is, with floodplains, is almost certainly going to be sick after that. Once we get dynasticism, I might actually just dump points straight into espionage so we can keep doing that. Eventually we'll switch our slave farms to regular farms, but for a good little while longer we'll keep them like that. If we switch to serfdom, the bonus only applies to regular farms, not slave farms. Okay, now time to ask the question if we want more farms or another cottage. One more farm. See, it says separatism quelled. His civics, yeah, he has republic. That does give you pretty decent options against separatism. Okay, and then we'll just get some cannon fodder short swords as well. Probably 3 of them. Now we might lose friendly status if one of these spies gets caught, excuse me. We could just attack him directly. I wouldn't want to do that ideally, but I mean he is pretty weak honestly. He just has a couple archers. With our cavalry, he wouldn't really be able to stop us. So yeah, if we can't get the city to revolt, I'll just attack him directly. Yeah. You know what? That probably should have been a cottage. Yeah, the city's not too terribly food poor being coastal. One more ram, that'll be fine. Okay.
Zu viele Herrscher sind nicht gut. Möge ein Herrscher als König regieren.
I probably am going to switch to monarchy. Yeah. And I'm actually also... Oh yeah, that changes this. Kingdom of Svealand. Pretty cool flag. I'm also going to go ahead and dump all of our points into the Maya and switch to espionage. So that's 50 a turn, and against him we have 168. Yeah, so in about 4 turns we'll be able to do that again. We gain demographic info again. One good thing about running scientists is when you reallocate commerce, you still have a decent little bit of passive research. Wow, that's an expensive tech. Yeah, we need this for our, because we have gold. It's another happiness. Forgot about that. Okay, so they've both gathered their intel. Yeah, let's do these one at a time. Ha! Lost on 87. Okay. So now he's still friendly. Wow. Hey, we didn't get the caught spy thing, because that is a coin flip too. That was pretty lucky. Oh, you know what? He may be in that grace period for the negotiation. So we might just have to attack him if we want the city. Yeah, I mean, we have the units. Or we nearly do. I mean, his capital's really weak, too. Okay. You build paved roads. You build paved roads. Oh wow, yeah, you can just jump into the city too at a certain point, I forgot. Okay, so his separatism, negative 15. Even with this, he's not unhappy. People are telling us of your villainy. Yeah, this got nerfed. It's +3. It used to be +8, and that's the assumption I was operating on. That makes me feel a little bit better because this tactic is... that's almost too easy. Which means if poisoned water is also 3, it wouldn't even put him over the edge. That, or maybe it goes down by 1 per turn or something. However, it hasn't been 5 turns since the last one, I don't think. Yep, he's building walls. Yep, okay, it does go down 1 per turn, it looks like. I don't want to wait for him to get walls. That city's going to be so much easier to take without them. Okay, let's wake you all up. Skip 1 turn so that ram can be a part of this. 12 turns, so 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's enough to take the city as it is. I just want to make sure there's no... I got rushed once in a game by these Chinese flamethrower units, and I was playing on Monarch. Also had a pretty weak map start, and I thought, you know, I was reasonably strong. Okay, I can handle them, and then they just showed up with these flamethrowers. So I don't want to be ignorant of whatever potential benefit they have. Hornet throwers. Let's see what they do. Okay, that's their unique unit. Inflicts fear, which is a -1 first strike. Recon aid. It has the scout thing. That's cool. 25% withdraw chance. Ooh, collateral damage. However, that's on attack, so if we hit him first, jungle attack, and then it has a pretty... Ooh. Against melee, that's actually rather good. Starts with drill 2. It's a 6 strength unit that doesn't require strategic resources. That bonus against melee will be tough to deal with. Might have to throw some horses at him too. He has a composite bow and then an archer, and then we'll probably have to fight some partisans as well. If I'm going to do this, I don't want to wait till he gets walls, especially if I'm only bringing battering rams in. So I'll bring this stack down. Just out of curiosity, I want to try fomenting unhappiness again, because if he's at the edge here, it should be 6 over. If it's 8 and it goes down 1 per turn, which means each one being 10, that should give it like a 45% chance scaling down each turn. And that may be enough to get it to separate. Otherwise, I'll just attack him. Which means I'll need to keep... Yeah, this city is vulnerable. If we do attack him without separatism, I'm gonna need to beef up some of these garrisons. One, two, three, four, 5. That's not enough. Okay, 1 extra pop. This feels a little risky. Minus 15 still. If it is 8 and we succeed, shoot, I needed to have sent another spy also, so we could have done the water at the same time. 5, yeah, and that wouldn't be enough before his walls are finished. Okay. Alright. Yep, okay, it's a max of 4, it wasn't 8. It hadn't been that long. Okay, well, the knowledge and experience is valuable if nothing else. Whew. Okay, so I can attack him. I could attack him, and I'd probably be able to take that city. That hornet thrower would be difficult. I can't remember if you declared war on us as permanent or not, so basically we could get him back to pleased after this war, but probably not friendly again. But with no tech trading, it doesn't really matter. If they attack you at friendly when you're weak enough anyway, I don't really see the point. There's no defensive pacts, there's no tech trading. Now the mission cost for supporting revolt is 900. That would take 18 turns, so it would be cost prohibitive. Alright. He wouldn't attack. He's still at war with the West Africans. Weird. Okay, yeah, so manipulating separatism is not as easy as I thought it was. If they still use the +8 and +8, and I know they increased the cost for that mission as well. If they hadn't done all of that, it probably would be, but... Okay, so he's at war with Poland as well. I can't see any of his armies. Man, I don't know about this. He's got a horseman, a chariot, and the hunter is 2 movement as well. The bonus is only against melee though, so this home defense may be good enough. I don't know if this is enough units, especially if he can get partisans, but if we down now, 1, 2, then we'll have 4 turns to reduce defenses before he gets walls, which... 24. Yeah, that would be enough to get him down, or close to it. Okay. Figure out what I'm researching, and then we'll probably go through with that. Yep, okay, this path is still good for the time being. 6. Alright, here goes nothing. Sorry, dude. Okay, yeah, you can't capture warriors or workers, unfortunately. He went down to cautious. Gonna kind of shadow this stack. I don't think he's got anything hiding, but you never know. Now he could come out of nowhere with the hornet throwers. But then he'd commit to leaving them there. I don't want to combine my light cav into the stack. Alright. Alright, cool. And he didn't throw any units at me immediately. Yeah, there is a logistics penalty. I don't want to get into too much explanation of that, but for anyone who doesn't know, but I don't want to overcrowd that stack when logistics are pretty weak. Yep, okay, I wanted to keep the cavalry in here in case he sent something at me right away, but he didn't, so I'm going to just stay next to the besieging stack here, shadow it. And I will bank the promotion on this in case he attacks with something. I want to be able to specialize the defense. Alright, there's the chariots. Cool. Captured a slave. You know, it may have been smarter to keep the cavalry in here, because these are the units I'm going to be attacking with, and every one that I lose is... Whew. Okay. Basically a severe reduction in my odds of taking the city. But that was kind of a weak move there. Okay. Can you not move? Oh, you got injured. That was collateral damage, okay. I don't think damage affects the amount of defense reduction they can... Oh, he switched from walls. Okay, now he's trying to build a bow. That actually wasn't very smart of him, but... Because now we can use all our time. Yeah, he has one horseman here. He may throw at me. However, Desert now has a movement cost, so he may not succeed with that. In making it there in one turn, that is. I could do the math, but I don't really want to do that right now. Great Prophet. Apostle of the North, Saint Ansgar. See, if this was beyond the sword, I'd be worried about him whipping archers every single turn. I'm gonna hang on to you for now.
Manche Bücher müssen gekostet werden, manche verschlingt man und nur einige wenige kaut man und verdaut sie ganz.
Okay. Alright, he's down to 2%. So we could attack now. See what my odds are. Against those hornet throwers, it's going to be pretty bad, I think. Yeah, 13%. And then 2 composite bows. Decent odds with the cavalry, despite the... I don't want to risk him reinforcing with some... Well... Yeah, I'm going to try to take the city now. Wow, that was lucky. We took out their elite unit on 20% odds. Cool. Okay, that's abysmal. Alright. You know, I was... Was that a short sword we used? I don't think it was. It was a warband, yeah. The short sword, where are they? Axemen. Yeah, we only had one in time, I forgot. Yeah, I'll use him to soften the defenses. And yep, we damaged him 1.1. Did not sustain damage on that, that's too bad. Okay. Yeah, he just has a 1.4 strength, so yeah, we'll take it with cavalry. Yep, there's a partisan. There's another partisan. Okay. Yeah, he had a city to the south, so there wasn't the cultural vacuum I thought there would be. Okay, we definitely want to keep the city, though. Double Holy City. Okay. Alright. I want to see what he has to the south here. If we can take that and separate him down to this. And that puts us at score lead. That's pretty cool.
Til din tjeneste. Hva er planen? Hva trenger de? Alle er til stede og gå telt.
Yeah. I'm actually going to use this slave here just to scout. Yep, 2 bows and it's a low pop. I think there's a pop man on the partisan thing, but yeah, if we can take this city, this is a nice little... He's not going to vie for culture over here. Okay. Move down here, heal 4 turns. Group here. That may have been wasteful. Oh well. If he leaves the city to take that slave... Yeah, it's a desert. He shouldn't be able to do that and come back. We might be able to pick off one of the archers. Nope, he didn't. Okay. You know, I am not going to try to take this city as well. I thought about it, but I didn't realize he had a second one down here. Let's... You know, I'm surprised he hasn't gone for this iron. Not that we're, you know, we already had the units we were using, but I'm going to bring that spy back home. Okay. That's kind of risky. Okay. Alright, yep, and we're still double holy city, so culture galore here. Okay, and then next turn we should be able to take it. Alright, this will be a little ugly, but I wasn't done over there. Yeah, 2 0.6s, this will just be a waltz. Alright, and that eliminates his culture over here. Yeah, I want to keep this city. That may give us too many. I guess I can't sate my warmonger bloodthirst, even though I'm not really that much of a warmonger, but yep, okay. Now his culture is not pressuring us here. It's eliminated as far as borders go over here. That was a pretty successful little war. He will talk peace, and he'll give me something. Let's go ahead and do that. I don't want to bother with taking his other stuff. You're getting ahead of us. Yeah, I forgot about that. It's really hard not to have people be angry at you in diplomacy, and good relations don't really confer as many benefits as they used to, but oh well. So, yep, now he's annoyed, but that's okay. He's also weaker than us now. So that was a good small little war. I am going to go ahead and call it here, and off screen I'll do some more thinking about how to develop domestically, but we are in a rather good position now, I think, um, to build tall for a good long while. So anything comes to your mind, let me know, but otherwise, this is the Ashard Het signing off.